Rachel, from your perspective as both a mentor and an advocate of LA startups, how have startups and entrepreneurs looking to grow their business in LA adapted to today's challenges? And has their outlook on LA as a place to do business changed, if at all?
Yeah, well, thank you, Brian, for asking me to speak today. And I'm just so honored to be here with all these other amazing panelists. So awesome to see you guys. And I mean, for me, like I'm born and raised in LA, so I'm all about, I love the city. I love everything about it. I'm like LA till I die. So, but in my experience here at Toolbox LA, I mean, the reality is that, some companies, right, have folded and have had to pivot and change. But, with Toolbox LA, we're the headquarters for Mila Capital, right? And Mila Capital investing in tech you can touch. So meaning like manufacturing, hardware, product, right? So so LA, as you know, is the manufacturing capital of the United States, right? A lot of things are actually made here, not just movies, right? There's actual physical products that are made here. And, at Toolbox, we have a prototyping facility. So for the entrepreneurs and, the product designers that need access to a 3D printer and a laser cutter for prototyping to actually make physical things, right? It's still important, to actually like be physically somewhere, right? So, again, Mila Capital investing in, in drones and robots, and really solving hard problems, right? And, and clean tech and food tech and ag tech, right? All these, sort of big problems that are looming. Investing in those startups that are doing something about that. There needs to be, physical space for prototyping. So a lot of, I would say, maybe some people are leaving, but no startup companies are leaving, right? That maybe a lot of things have shifted where people are remote, but no company is actually leaving LA. A lot of people are still, and, I think this, this pandemic and the process, you'll see there's going to be a lot of challenges. And I think, the strongest and the brightest will be able to hold on and survive. And I mean, there's just so many things. I feel like I kind of want to jump in ahead to, to why LA, because I mean, again, so some of the companies that are here at Toolbox LA, one of them is Jetpack Aviation. Esprit knows, the founder, David Mayman, CEO,
He's been on the show, yeah.
He was on the We Are LA Tech podcast, and they make literally what it sounds like, a jetpack, right? And so they just raised $2 million in November, and for LA specifically, we have great weather, right? And that's important with aerospace and for testing and for drones, aerospace, all of that. It's important to be in LA because, consistently good weather creates, a great environment for testing. So, for them, they're not going anywhere, even though they're having a little trouble with visas and getting their workers here and so forth. There's that challenge, but they don't plan to leave. Also, Dash Systems, they provide a drone delivery. They're out in Hawthorne near SpaceX. And again, the aerospace company, chooses LA because of the open space. And so, yeah, we also, in here, we have a biotech lab as well, too. And so surprisingly, LA is also looking to be a big biotech hub. We have Medtronic, there's a lot of great, companies in the biotech space that are here that are also even in Toolbox LA. And, and really I'd say like the great thing about LA is like Esprit mentioned is that like the collision of the different types of people, right? You have, the artists and the creatives, and then you have the founders and the entrepreneurs. And when you create those opportunities for collision and you have all these great minds coming together, that's when the great ideas spark. And you see so many great companies that are started here. And like, like Mickey mentioned, there's so many opportunities, as a result. So yeah, that's it.
It's
LA, the companies we've invested in at Mila Capital, again, manufacturing capital of the United States. We have access to 2 of the largest seaports, right? We also have, transcontinental rail system set up. So the infrastructure and logistics and all that is here. I mean, we have, the multicultural gateway to the Pacific Rim and Latin America. I mean, physically where we're at is a good spot. And again, can't say it enough, the good weather, like the sunshine just makes you happy. Like that's really, the end of the story. And again, but relative to aerospace, right? I mean, again, that's why it's really good. And if you're like physically making something, like come to LA, because this is the place where you have, it's easy to just plug and play. You have supply chain, logistics, infrastructure, shipping, it's all here. So if you're physically, making a physical product, whether it's hardware or anything like that, LA is the place to be. And just in general, the ecosystem is vibrant. You have so many people coming from all around the world with, a wealth of experience, a lot of, managerial talent as well, people with diverse backgrounds. And really, again, to go back to community and collaboration, when you have people, we have the artists and the designers and the marketing talent and entertainment, all of that, the cross intersection of all of those talented people together really makes for amazing things. Toolbox LA and all the socials and all that. And for more info on Mila Capital, it's mila.vc. And again, for Mila also in terms of, investing in diversity, we have in terms of, immigrants, women founders, Black and Latina founders are definitely, over 50% for all the above.
Cool. And Calvin, how can they connect with Pledge LA?
Visit pledgela.org or look me up on LinkedIn.
And Anuj, I know BAM is very exclusive.
District, and our mayor Eric Garcetti is amazing. He's a champion for LA Tech, and so regionally within LA, there's a lot of initiatives and things that we're doing to support the ecosystem here. So we kind of have already, the people here kind of have each other's back already. So kind of regardless of what happens, on a national level, I think we have a lot of support, happening locally. So not to say that we won't be unscathed, but I feel like we do have support here with our leaders here locally.